All right, take
bye.
care. We rode with those people. And we're hitting a hike. It's cloudy, it's misty. We're gonna get off these balls because it might rain. And I have nothing really to say. Do you have anything to say to start off?
Yeah, we're in North Carolina. There's a sign that says, "Welcome to North Carolina," behind Carver's Gap.
Yeah.
And we're heading back towards the hostel today.
Yep. All right. Still at the beginning of the hike, but this is absolutely gorgeous. These pine trees. Very low undergrowth. You can tell it's a tourist area because this path is well groomed. Some areas it has landscaping cloth. I like this. It reminds me a lot of that area by Clingman's Dome.
We're just climbing up a slight hill and we're at 5,800 feet. And here's our view so far. Cloud bank.
Nice and cool though with the breeze. I'll take it.
Yeah, it feels really good. Twice happy. We're at the top of my bald, Jane Bald. I'm so excited. But as you can see, we're still in the fog or the cloud. I'm not sure, but it feels great.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's windy, it's cool.
No lightning yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No lightning, no thunder. That's supposed to come in this evening, I think.
Supposed to get dumped on. And there's been lightning going on off and on the last few days, thunder and whatnot. So we were thinking up at 6,000 feet. Today and tomorrow especially are supposed to be really stormy. But so far it's good. So we just have maybe another like 4 or 5 miles to go and we'll get past all the balls and get back into the tree line and such. But in the meantime, a breeze.
Oh, this
cool
is fabulous.
Air. It's humid, it's misty, but a breeze and cool air.
Yeah.
It just improves the attitude.
It does.
So off the trail, a little cave here. Nice little overhang if you were desperate. But trail down that way.
This is Stan Murray Shelter. It's pretty tiny, but in a pinch, if you need to get out of a storm, it'll work. We've got a graffiti board over there. And fire pit, water sources down that trail. Other than that, there's no privy. There's no bear hangs, no bear poles. But again, we're just slack packing today, so we're not planning to spend the night out here anyway because the storm's coming in tonight.
September 25th, down yonder at Sycamore Shoals, they gathered. 1,000 men from the militias of Virginia, North Carolina, and what is now Tennessee joined forces to resist the British. This army of independent, over-mountain men provided their own horses, rations, and guns. September 27th, they rode up this mountain as the weather turned bitter. Through this gap they trudged with the snow shoe-mouth deep. Without benefit of supply wagon, surgeon, or chaplain, the over-mountain men continued the 170 miles to Kings Mountain. There they defeated the British-led loyalists in a bloody battle. They won a significant battle of the Revolutionary War.
This barn originally served as a shelter and people could stay downstairs or upstairs in the loft. But I believe they closed it in 2019 because of the structure is weak. And so they let people come out here and you can tent out here on the lawn. And they got a picnic table and fire rings. But you're not allowed to be inside the shelter. Yep, the sign says no entry allowed and you can't camp within 40 feet of the structure. But it sure is pretty. That barn door up there. And they actually have a privy here. Even though we're still in Tennessee, they actually have a privy.
One of the only ones.
Yeah. So Yep, there's a door over there. This is a cool old barn. And I'm not allowed to go in, so I can't get up there to see what it looks like. But let's go around the side and see if we can see something. Oh, here we are.
So they busted out the platforms back here for obvious reasons.
Yep, they removed the platforms that were along here. And they're serious because this is a rickety old building. Don't want people in here, which I get. Yep, see, and this is an old platform here. But yeah, wow, what a place. It's too bad they couldn't maintain it. Up from the barn is a privy, so let's take a look at it and give it a rating. Oh, and here it is. Well, don't have to really worry about spiders in the ceiling because there isn't one. But
Oh yes, that's a throne.
as you can see, they've decorated the lid, and you can just see the world around you as you're sitting here. So if you were here,
Oh, they bedazzled the lid.
yeah, here's your view. Oh, I see a house, like way or something way up there on
Yeah, I
that
do
hill.
too, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe they've got a telescope pointed here.
They're probably seeing how many people use the privy. Anyway, I don't know. How should we rate this, Paul?
Well, for the view, I think it's got to get an extra 2 points.
Alright.
It doesn't have a lot of spiders and whatnot since it's uncovered,
Yep.
but I still wouldn't go much higher than 7 or 8.
All right, 7 and 8 it is. Yep. So if I'm sitting down on the pot, yeah,
Let me get out of the way.
there's my view.
Not bad.
So we stopped to have a snack, and we're going to be going along this ridge, and we think this point right here is a mountain called Little Hump, and then we go over the backside towards Big Hump, or just Hump Mountain. But it looks like the clouds are moving in, but we might have a little shower here soon, but that's okay. And then there's that house out there. Again, I think you could see it right out there. Gosh, what a view they have.
Fortunately, clouds have moved back in. It's okay. Looks like it should be a time lapse. I think we're pretty close to the top of Little Hump. Not entirely sure though. I haven't checked my GPS map in a while. Because it really doesn't matter. I can tell there's a view over. There's the same at the same top. Certainly a lot of wind noise. I gotta apologize for that. iPhone, I don't have a dead cat for it. Not sure how I'd carry it anyway. Oh, beautiful. All of a sudden, it just cleared out. Couldn't see that just a few minutes ago. Yep, on that side, just solid white. I think we'll be back. This has been a really pretty walk. Much better than the previous section. 19E coming south. This area of Little Hump, that shelter back there. This has just been fantastically gorgeous. But it looks like we go back into that dark tunnel. Welcome back to Mirkwood. Dark, wet. Oh well.
That is Hump Mountain.
Well, remember, it's got false summits.
Oh. That might. So that's probably the first piece of Hump Mountain. Beautiful out here.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, lots of blackberries. Way up there. Looking back at Little Hump Mountain. Then we'll climb over that one. And we'll come down here. Incredible view. Well, looking back on the trail that came up over there, over Little Hump, and over there. Whew. We still got a little ways to go.
I think that might have been that. If that was that bulb we crossed the reef one, and then Mirkwood on the other side.
I'm not sure. It's pretty though. We came from somewhere over there. We just made it to the top of Hump Mountain, I think. There's quite a few people here that we never saw hiking up with us. So we think there's a side trail around here somewhere. Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful view. This is the top of Hump Mountain up there. There is a crowd of maybe like 30 people. It's interesting how these balds are formed. I think it's a little bit of a mystery how these balds are maintained without trees on top. But I do have a theory. These beautiful soaring birds around. Today has been spectacular. We have not been afflicted by the rain. Well, we got sprinkled on. Later on today it's still predicted to pour. But right now, oh, we were just loving it. And down here's a plaque. Not sure what it says. It says Houston Ridge in memory of Stanley A. Murray, 1923-1990. Houston Ridge has been dedicated by the U.S. Forest Service and the Southern Appalachian Highlands Conservancy in the memory of Stanley A. Murray. As chair of the Trail Conference from 1961 to 1975, he was instrumental in bringing the Appalachian Trail to the highlands of Rhone. Because of his untiring efforts as founder and director of the Southern Appalachian Highlands Conservancy, thousands of acres in the Rhone Highlands are protected to the benefit of future generations.
Came from up there. Just followed the trail down. Mountain. Boy, that breeze smells so nice. One more look at Hump Mountain before we start heading down. Making our way down the mountain, and there's this beautiful little view. And down here, there's a lot of Christmas trees. I guess there's a lot of Christmas tree farms around here. It says we're leaving North Carolina, but this part of the trail goes in and out of Tennessee and North Carolina quite a few times. So it's not a huge milestone. We just stopped off at a Blue Blaze Trail to get some water at a spring. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And we thought we'd sit here and have a snack too while we're at it. It goes back inside there. That's nice. It's a little stream, but it's water.
Right down below my legs, there's a little salamander. Right there. It blends in really well. This is a big rock, kind of a cliff face hanging over us. See Jane down there. Put it on wide angle, maybe it gets it. I think it'll be more impressive in person than it'll turn out on video. Still about 3 miles or so before we get back down to the hostel, but really pleasant day today.